Well, good morning. Today we're out in Hinckley. We're going to discover the Warden's Trailhead, Warden's Ledges in Cleveland Metro Parks out in the Hinckley Reservation. Worden, which is Hiram Worden, who was the landowner out here, farmsteaded the area out here. About 1862, I think, was when he started the homestead. There was a house back there. We'll see more of that. And I'll explain what the Stuart on that particular stone is for. You've got an N. And that's it. I'm surprised he didn't carve Noble, because his first name was Noble Stuart. So Noble Stuart. Okay, interesting. Quite a few people out here, even though it's kind of chilly. Today it's only in the 40s. Fall is upon us. We'll take a little walk down this way. Watch the roadway. But this would have been the front entryway, their walkway, leading up to the house. Now, the park system took over this area, and unfortunately, the house that was there, they were going to make a museum, and they decided wasn't worth it. I think it was the Historical Society that owned it, that actually sold it to the park system. And by that time, it was 2017 when they actually demolished the house. Well, look at the oak in the back. I'm going to see if I can compare that to some of the pictures that I have. There used to be two posts here. Leading up to the walkway. Let's go up. This is kind of ingenious. A little seat. Now, Noble Stuart lived here until 1960s, I believe, and he was the last descendant of the land, which was from, oh boy, let's see if I can remember this. Well, we'll do the research on that. I know it was, this would have been where the house stood. And the barn, although the barn's still over here, we'll take a look at that. It was Hiram Worden who married into a family that lived out in Hinckley. And the children were four. There were four of them. Among them was Nettie, who married Noble. She was 80 at the time. It was her third marriage. And he was in his 60s. They were only married a year, and Nettie passed away. It was after that he sought solace in his carvings. This would have been their view across the street. Again, you can kind of see where property starts there with some sort of a fence or a wall. It's now crumbled, laying on the ground. There are remnants of the outlines. Just looks like there's, I mean, they're all lined up in a row. So it was some sort of a fence, maybe long long since fallen, but it leads up to the main entrance, which is there, and the house, which used to stand right there. And again, where the house would have stood, this beautiful tree in the backyard. That they would have really enjoyed. There is one other thing up here, which is, I don't know if you want to call it kind of creepy, but Noble Stuart married Nettie, who was married, I mean, it was her third marriage. And she was about 80 when Noble Stuart married her. So you're walking along and and this is in your backyard. I don't think that's a carving. I think that's actually concrete. Again, Noble Stuart was a bricklayer. You know how to work with this. We know from archival photos that originally the cross was standing up in the backyard, as seen in this picture. To move it, it was very fragile and they had to support it before they placed it where it currently is. Ledges. Let's go take a walk down here. It's supposed to be some sculptures. Sculptures. I believe this is a trail path for horses too. Pretty well tamped now. As you can see, the lush growth on either side of the path gently guides you to the ledges. The living layer signs remind people that the moss, ferns, and other vegetation growing on or about the rocks is part of a delicate ecosystem. If they go climbing on the rocks and destroy some of that, it sets the whole thing out of balance. I can see the ledges coming up in the distance. You're walking through the forest, and all of a sudden, there they are. Over time, the sandstone ledges have eroded apart in many areas, creating large crevices and valleys, just begging for exploration. Okay, we're going to continue on. Oh. Just kind of slopes. Sandstone ledges. Nice Tarzan vine. Goes all the way up to the canopy. Although I wouldn't try swinging on it. Maybe in my younger days. I'm hoping this is still the trailhead. It's supposed to be a loop. It goes around. Okay, so it looks like this is the loop down. Wish they had some steps here. Well, we did make it down that. I'll tell you, with the leaves and it's kind of wet, probably shouldn't have attempted that. But I made it okay, and we are on the trail because there's the marker. And I see another marker over this way. So here we go. Okay, so this is the loop, again, the trail marker. And I'll tell you what, these carvings better be pretty spectacular. And again, all throughout Ohio, as I mentioned before, and Pennsylvania, this kind of rock. I mean, as a younger kid, this would be a fantastic place to just kind of run around, jump in, break an arm or a leg. Wow. Some of that pudding rock that we saw down in the Gorge Park. I'll be darned. Okay, there's the trail. We're going. Looks like there's a bench. 1852. Okay. We can't figure out why this is here, but it says gate post out 1852. So were they going to use this? Or did they carve a section of it and use it? Nobody knows. Okay, that's the other trail down that way. Onward. Okay, there's the place I saw from up there. We'll take it around this side. And that's the cavern where we were, the upper part of the trail. We're in the loop here. There it is. There's one of them.
The face in rock is that of famous baseball player Ty Cobb. We know this because Cobb is inscribed to the left of it.
It just kind of jumps out at you. You're walking along the path here, and whoom. That is kind of neat. That's one of the sculptures. Oh, let's go up this way. Well, the wall is all kind of graffiti all over. I mean, they've put everything. 1877. And of course, the modern version of just charcoal. Nobody can figure out how to.
He cut the cross and the Bible in the stone to honor his wife Nettie. She would only leave the homestead to go to church on Sundays.
Anything else up that way? Let's see if there's anything else up there. Excuse the jongling for a little bit. But I can't believe he didn't do something over here. But I mean, it looks like there might be something, but it's moss covered, and there's somebody.
There are two carvings up here. I couldn't see it from down below, so I decided to crawl up here and get a better shot of it. But the one on the right looks like it's mountains with the sun on the right, the moon on the left, and a directional indicator up above. The other one is either a face or a mushroom. We can't figure it out. They don't go together, so.
Okay, let's move on. Nothing on the back of this rock other than, again, graffiti. See if we can see something up on top of these rocks here. Harley?
Yeah, it looks like they climbed up there and carved a lot of initials mostly.
A lot of carvings up there. I don't see any dates though.
I'm not about to grab a whole bunch of these and just fly off.
January 1881, 1878, 1914. And that's from up above. Oh, and a ship, a sailing ship. We'll have to go around that way. Okay, we're going to back out here. Looks like there's... That had to have been carved. To climb up? You think? Hand grips? There's the other face. That's what it was, hand grips to get up for the other face. I don't see anything else over there though, other than the sailing ship.
Huh.
Where do you get a shot of that? Just noticed that again.
Well. Okay. There.
Okay, I think we're done in here. We're going to take a walk down the path and take a better look at that ship.
Oh, there's the ship. They carved the ship as a tribute to his father. Because there aren't any ships around here like that. Another sculpture, another carving up in the rock. The steering off.
While recording the ship and the Washington carvings, I happened to look down, and lo and behold, right in front of me was another face.
Path leads that way, and as you turn around this way, I mean, there are carvings kind of all over. Right there. Do you see it? No dates, nothing. I don't see anything else other than that. Okay, gonna explore some more. Nettie. Nettie was his wife. That's kind of unique. Mr. But Nettie. Okay. Onward, up the trail. I believe the trail does go that way. I think I see another drawing over there. We're going to follow the trail. Yeah, it's not the most beautiful day out here. It rained a little. And so it's kind of, especially with the leaves, it's a little treacherous. Oh, another face. I don't know if you can see that, like right in the center, right about there. I don't see anything down lower. Not readily visible. I'm sure there are things there, but this almost looks like a lion sitting. Isn't it fantastic? Oh yeah. And so it is. Let's get around this side. You can see it. Mimic the Sphinx? You think that's what he wanted to do? Definitely out of rock. Oh, and I see another one. Yet. What else we got here? I know there's all kind of carvings, if you will, hidden within the exterior of this. Well, here we go. Worden, Hiram Worden, who was Noble Stuart's father-in-law. We did a tribute to him. H.M. Worden, 1851.
I couldn't help but walking back and taking a picture with me and the Sphinx.
My picture taken with him in the background. How's that? Do we get it? Okay, onward. Glad I can take you along with me. Okay. We're hiking the trail here. This is supposed to go down and around. I think that's all there is over this way. I don't really see any more.
Those discoveries are all we'll see today. I invite you to visit Worden's Ledges in Hinckley, Ohio, and see in person those and other marvels all around you. Thanks for coming along.